Welcome to my video on an interactive Python Tkinter project. In this video, we will write a Python Tkinter program for registration and login form management system. So in this video, we will use MySQL database to save or insert our data and to manipulate our data. Okay, so first you have to create a folder. You can create folder with any name and anywhere inside your computer. So I have created this Python projects folder. This is an empty folder. Now we have to use VS Code or Visual Studio Code for program writing or as an editor. Okay, and I have to type here cmd to open command prompt, and next I have to open VS Code. So here I will type code space dot. So this command is used to open VS Code. So I will click enter key from my keyboard, and next you can see this VS Code is opened successfully. I will close welcome file, and now I have to create a new file. So I will click here, and next this is Python projects folder, and I have to create a Python file inside Python projects folder. So Python file name can registration. Okay, registration dot py. Py is extension for Python, and then I will enter or click enter key. So next I have created this registration dot py file inside my folder, and now I have to write for registration and login form management system. So first I have to create a user interface. So I have to import tkinter. So here I will write import tkinter as tk. Okay, and next I have to define a class using class keyword, and class name should login. You can use any name instead of login. And next I have to initialize our constructor. So first I will define constructor, and then double underscore and initiate or init, and other two underscores, and then parentheses. And here I have to pass self dot root. Okay, so I have to use here colon, and here I have to give a space, and I will go to next line. Sorry, here I have to use a comma, and this other is root. This is instance variable. You can use any other name instead of root. Okay, next I have to define or create object. So here I will create object root. Okay, and then tk. So this is our root window or main window. And next I have to initialize or create object. So here I will use obj, I mean object, and then I will pass here login, and then root as a parameter. Okay, and next I have to access main loop. So root dot main loop. So this main loop is used to handle all events. And next I have to initialize this root self dot root. Okay, so next I will initialize it with root. So next I have to set a title for my project. So I will use self dot root dot title, and you can type any value for title. I will give title registration and login. Okay, and next I have to set size or width and height. So I will save it, and then I will execute my program to show you output. So I will execute it, and now you can see this is a user interface window or main window, or you can say that it is a root window. Okay, but its size, width and height is very small. I have to set it. So I want to set it according to width and height of screen. So I will declare variable screen width. Okay, screen width, and then I have to initialize it with self dot root dot w info. Okay, so this is used to get information about a widget. Okay, so we have to get information about widget that contains width and height of a root window. Okay, or screen of our device. So w info underscore screen width. Okay, and next I have to declare an other variable screen height, and then I have to get value by using self dot root dot w info or widget info underscore screen height. And in this way, we will get width of screen in our screen width variable, and then height of screen in our screen height variable. And next, I have to set it by using, or I have to set position by using geometry. So here I will use self dot root dot geometry, and next I have to use formatted string. So formatted string is used to carry or contain both string and variable, okay, or value of variable. So here I will use to get value of variable parentheses, sorry, curly braces, pair of curly braces. Now our first name of variable was screen width, and now I have to use x or multiplexer, and then I have to use pair of curly braces again. Then I have to use here screen height. Okay, and I have to start from first column and first row. Okay, so in this way we are defining or setting size of our root window according to height and width of our device. So I will save it and then I will execute the program. So now you can see this is height and width of our root window according to our device height and width. So I will close this root window, and next I have to create a title inside our root window. Okay, so here I have to use or create or declare a variable that is main title. You can use any other name. So I have to use tk dot label. Okay, tk dot label. So label is a widget. It is a user interface element that contains value for our title or label. So here I will create it inside our main window or root window. So here I have to use self.root. Okay, in this way it will be created inside our main window or root window. So next I have to set its border by using, sorry, first I have to set text. Okay, so text is registration and login management system. Okay, and next I have to set its border by using bd property, and I will use 5 value for our border size, and then I have to set style for our border by using relief property, and I will use groove. Okay, so next I have to set font size. So here I will use font property, and then I will set style Arial. You can use any other style for font, and then size of our font, that is 40, and then I have to set it bold. And next I have to change its background color. So here I will use BG or background property, and background color should light green. Okay, and next I have to set a foreground or FG property to set foreground color. Okay, so here I will use FG, and then I will set a value red. Okay, so I have to set its position by using pack. method. Okay, so main title dot pack, and then I have to set its side. So here side is property, and I will use value top. Okay, so I have to set this label in the top of our root window. So next I have to set its position. It should fill according to horizontal x-axis or horizontally. So here I will use fill, and I will give value x. So it will be filled along with x-axis or horizontally. So I will save it, and then I will execute my program to show you output. So this is our label registration and login. Sorry, this is extra. I will remove this extra G. Login management system. Okay, so this is our main title or our label. Its size is font size is 40. Its background is light green. So this is size of border. It is 5, and then I have set a style groove for our border. Okay, and this is a red color of our font. This is because of using fg property, and I have given value red to this fg property. So I will close it, and next I have to remove this g, this. Okay, and next I have to create a frame inside our main window or root window. So here I will use self. I am using this self because I have to get or use it inside our functions. Okay, so that's why I have to use this self before our label name, and our label name should main frame. You can use any other name for your label, and then tk dot frame. This is widget, frame widget. Okay, and I have to create it inside our self dot root. So it will be created inside our root or main window, self dot root. And next I have to set its background color. So here I will use BG. So BG will remain same. I mean light green. Okay. And next I have to set its border. So I will use BD property or border property. So I will give value 5 for size of border, and then I have to set style by using relief property, and I will use groove. Okay, so this is groove, and next I have to create it inside our main root. So it is created in our main window or root window. Now I have to set its position. Okay, so next I have to set its position by using place method. Self dot mainframe dot place. Okay, and then I have to set place x, and x should 400, because I have to create this frame in a center of our main or root window. Okay, so that's why I am using value 400 for x axis. And next I have to use y. Okay, for vertical padding. So here I have to use y, and I will give value 70. And next I have to set its width and height. So here I will use width property, and I will give value 450 for width. You can set according to your requirement, but I am using width 450 and height 550. Okay, and I will save it, and next I will execute my program, and you can see this is our frame, main frame, but its padding according to y-axis is very less. I have to increase it. Okay, so I will close it, and then I will change its value. Here I will give 90 for y-axis. Okay, so next I have to create three buttons inside our this main frame. Okay, so I will use button 1 or a sign up button. Okay, sign up. And now I will give a name to our button. So I will give sign up button. Okay, so this is sign up button, and I have to create a button by using tk dot button. So this is a widget, button widget. Okay, next I have to create it inside our mainframe self dot mainframe, and next I have to set a text for our button. So I will give value sign up, sorry, sign up. And next I have to use font property, sorry, not FG, font property. And then I will give value by using tuple, and I will give a style for our fonts, Arial. And next I will set size of font 20. And next I will set it bold. Okay. And next I have to change its background. I will use BD, sorry, bg property, and then I will give value uh, gray, okay, or light gray. I will use light gray. And next I have to set width of button. So I will use width 20. And next I want to apply a border, so I will use bd, and then I will give value only 3. Okay, and then I will set border style by using relief property, and I will set raised. Okay, and next I will uh, set its layout by using grid layout method. So here I will use sign in button. Okay, and then I will use or access grid layout. Okay, and next I have to create it in our first row. So I will use row property, and then I will give value 0 for first row, and then I have to set column. So I will use column property, and then I will give value 0 to create it in our first column. Okay, and then I will give its padding along with x-axis or horizontally. So here I will use pad x, and I will give value 40, and then I will give value 70 for sorry, y-axis. Okay, so here I will give value 70. So in this way, we are creating a button inside our mainframe. Okay, and background of mainframe is light green, and background color of this sign up button is light gray. So I will save it, and I will execute the program to show you output. You can see this is our sign up button that is created inside our this mainframe. So this is our mainframe that will contain sign up button, sign in button, and a close button. So I will close it, and next I have to create another button. So I will copy it because the process is same, only I have to modify or replace few values. So I will paste it, and next I have to change button name. So it should sign in button. So here I will use change it sign in button, and I will create it inside row 2. So here I will use 1 for row 2, and column will remain same, but I will decrease padding along with y-axis. I will give value 50. Okay, and next I will change text value. Here I will use sign in. Okay, and next other properties and values for properties will remain same. And I have to create one more button. So I will paste it here, and I will change name of button. So here I will use close button, and next I will change it also. So here I will use again close button, and here I will change text value for this button. So this will be used to close. And next I have to change its row number. I have to create it in third row. So here I have to use 2 to set its row number 3. Okay, so in this way we have created 3 buttons in our main frame. Okay, so these will be used to sign up, log in or sign in, and close the main window or our program. So next I have to define a function for our sign up. So here I will use def keyword. Okay, and I will give a name to our function. I will use sign up, and this is function. I will use self as a parameter and then colon. I will give space, and next I have to uh, create some widgets like entry widget, label widget, that will be appear after clicking our sign up button. So here, in fact, we have to create a new frame uh, that will be appeared after clicking our sign up button. So I can copy all this process or only this frame. Where is our main frame? Okay, this is our main frame. I will copy it from here, and next I will paste it inside our sign up function. I will paste it. Now I have to change name. So this is registration frame. Okay, so here I have to use name reg or registration frame. Okay, and size, background color, width, height, padding along x-axis, padding along y-axis, and all other properties and value for properties will remain same. Okay, only I have to change the name. I have replaced this registration form with our mainframe. Okay, so next I have to create some widgets like label widget and entry widgets that will be used to get value from user inside our this registration frame that will be appeared after clicking our sign up button. Okay, so I will create some label. So first label is because we have to get a name of user. So here I will use name label for our variable name, and next I have to create a variable by using tk dot label. Okay, and it will be created inside our registration frame self dot registration frame. So this will be created inside our registration frame, and next, sorry, and this is my mistake, label, it should label. Okay, so it will be created inside our registration frame, and now I have to set font style. Okay, by using font property. So I will give value Arial. Okay, to it is style for our font, and then 15 for size of font, and then I will set it bold. Okay, and now I will give text value to our this label. So here I will use text property, and then I will give value to user name. Okay, user name, and next I have to change its background color. So I will use bg property, and I will use light green. Okay, light green. This is background color of our button. Okay, so I have to set its layout. So next I will use name label dot grid. Okay, so it will be created in our first row. Okay, so this is first row of our registration frame. Okay, so first row and first column, and next I have to set its padding along with x-axis. So here I will use pad x, and then I will give value 10. Okay, and then I will give value uh, for pad y to only 30. Okay, for 50 for first widget. Okay, and next I have to set its width. So its width should, I can use width here. No, I cannot use here. I will use here. Okay. So here I will use a comma to separate this property and value of this property from other. So here I will use width. So width should 15. Okay, and next I will create entry widget. So here I will use name of label name in. Okay, you can use any other name. So I am using name in, and here I have to create by using tk dot uh, entry. Okay, so in this way we are creating an input field to get value from user. So here I will use create it inside our registration frame. So here I will use self dot reg frame. Okay, and next I have to set its width. So here I cannot use width for our enter widget. So it is not enter widget, it is entry widget. Okay. So here I have to use width, but I can't use it. So I will use it inside our grade function or method. So it will be created in our registration frame. Okay, and I will set font style. I will copy it from here, and then I will copy it with Control plus C, and then I will paste it here. Okay, now I will remove this bold. Okay, and next I have to, sorry, here I have syntax error. It should entry. Okay, and here I will use bd. Okay, bd. So I will give value for border only 2. Okay, so I have to set its layout. So here I will use name n dot grid. Okay, and next I have to set its row. So I will create in our first row and second column. Okay, so here I will give 1 for our second column. So here I have to use width. I have to create it inside our this entry widget. So here I will use comma, and then I will use with 15. Okay, so it will be created in our first row and second column, and then I have to use padding for axis. So here I will use only 5, and then I have to use uh, pad y for padding of y-axis or vertically. So here I will give value 50. Okay, so I want to save it, and then I want to execute it to show its output. Now you can see, and this is our sign up button, sign in button, and close button. But still these are not functional. So first I have to make it functional. I will close this user interface window, and then I will call this function uh, in our first sign up button by using command property. So here I will use comma to separate it from other properties. So here I will use command property, and then I have to use self dot sign up. Okay, so this is function name. So this function will be called when our sign up button will be clicked. So I will save it, and then I will execute the program, and now I will click this sign up button. Now you can see this is our label username, and next is our input field. So this will carry our input value. Okay, so now I have to create another label that will contain text value user password, and then I have to create a same input field for user password. Okay, so I will close it, and next I have to create another label and entry widget. So I will increase the width of our this entry widget. I will set it 20. Okay, I will set it 20, and next I will copy it all these two widgets, one for label and next for input field. So I will copy it, and then I will paste it on next line, and now I will make some changes like code or password label. Okay, So this is password label. Here I will use again pw password label. Now I have to declare password in. Okay, because we have to get password. So here I will use again pw in. You can use any other name for this variable, and now I have to create it in our second row. Okay, so here I will use 1, and here I will use 1. Okay, and now I have to change its text value. It will be used to get a user password. So here I will use user password. Okay, and other values and properties will remain the same. Only I will change this padding value for y-axis or vertically. So here I will use 40. Okay, and here I will use also 40. So in this way we have created once more label and input field. Now I have to get one more label and input field. So I will copy it and then I will paste it on next line. So I have to get value to confirm password. So here I will use confirm, and here I will also replace it with confirm and confirm label. Sorry, spelling mistake. You have to take care while writing your spelling. Okay, confirm. And here I have to replace it confirm, and also I have to replace it confirm. So this label will carry or contain value confirm password. Okay, so here I will give value confirm. Okay, so here we have to get password once again to confirm that both password I mean password written in our first widget or this password widget. Okay, and given value in our confirm widget should match with each other. Okay, so I have to create a frame to carry two buttons, one for OK and other for close the frame. Okay, and it will close only our this registration frame, not the whole root window. So here I have to create a frame. So I will copy it. Okay, I will create a new frame. So next I will comment it by using hash, and then I will comment here frame button frame. Okay, so this will be used to carry some button. This is button frame. So we have to create a frame. This is button frame, so I will use name button frame. Okay, so it will be uh, created by using tk.frame, and it will be created inside our this registration frame self dot registration frame. Okay, so I have to set background. So here I will use bg property, and then I will give value uh, light green. Okay, light green. And next I have to use bd property to set border. I will give value 5, and then I have to apply a style. So I will use relief property, and then I will give value raised, not raised, reduced. Okay, and next I have to set its position by using place. So here I will use button frame dot place. Okay, and then I have to give padding for x-axis. So I will give value 20, and I will give value for y-axis. So I will give value 350. Okay, and then I have to set width and height. So here I will use width property, and then I will give value for 20. Okay, for width and 100 for height. Okay, so sorry, here I have to use height property. Okay, And next I have to create two buttons, one for OK and other for cancel or close. So I have created button before and now I want to copy these buttons, and then I will change some values for properties. So I will copy it and then I will paste them inside our button frame. So here I will paste them, and here I have to use name of frame button frame because we have to create them inside our button frame. Okay, so next I have to change value. Here I have to type OK. Okay, so this is OK button, and other values will remain same only. I will decrease width. I will set 10 width. Okay, and now I have to change values for padding x and padding y. I will give 30. Okay, and only 20 for padding along with y-axis. Okay, so I will change the name. I will type here or replace it with OK. Okay, now this is OK button, not sign up button. So this is OK button, and then I have to replace it with cancel. Okay, so now this is cancel button, not sign in button. So I will clear it or replace it with cancel. Okay, so now what are we doing? We are creating a frame, that is button frame, inside our this registration frame. Okay, so it will contain two buttons, one for OK. When we will click OK button, then our password and username will be inserted in our database. Okay, and if we click our cancel button, then our this registration frame will be closed or destroyed. Okay, so here I have to change text value. Here I have to type cancel. Okay, so it will cancel or close our this button frame. Sorry, not only button frame, it will close the whole this registration frame. Okay, so next we have to create a function that will be called when this cancel button will be called. Okay, will be clicked. So here I have to create or define two functions, one to close this registration frame, and other to close our whole user interface window. So here I have to use def keyword define close main window. Okay, close main, and here I have to pass self as a parameter. Now I have to use self dot uh, root window main, sorry, self dot root. Okay, dot, here I have to call destroy function. Okay, that will be used to destroy our main or root window. Destroy. Okay, and it will destroy our uh, main window or root window. Okay, when our close button in our main window or main frame will be clicked, now we have to close only our registration frame. So here I have to use close registration. Okay, so here I have to pass self as a parameter because we have to access our registration frame. So here I have to use self dot, and now name of our frame is registration frame dot destroy. Okay, so I have to destroy it when this cancel button will be clicked. So I will call this button here when this cancel button will be clicked. So I will use comma, and here I have to use command property, and when this button will be clicked, then close self dot close registration function will be called. Okay, close registration. So when this cancel button inside our registration frame, not our main frame. Okay, when a button inside our registration frame and button is cancel button will be clicked, then this frame, that is registration frame, will be closed. Okay, but what will happen if we have to close our whole window? So here we have to call it inside our close button. So here I will use command property, and then I will call self dot now close main. Okay, so I will save it, and now I want to execute to test it. Now you can see there that this is our sign up function and close function, close button. Now if I will click this close button, then this whole window, and you can say that our root window will be closed. So I will click it. Now you can see that our root window is closed or destroyed. Now I have to open this button or click this button. Now here I have to enter username and user password, and sorry, I am not getting user password. Maybe I have not declared uh, user password, and here I have to use. We have some mistakes. Okay, so I have to set them. What are our mistakes? First is in our sign up function. This is confirm label. Okay, but this confirm label is created in our second row. I have to create it in our third row. Okay, and it also will be uh, declared in our third row. Okay, so first is this problem, and what is other problem? In our cancel button, here I have to change its column number. Okay, here I have to use second column. Okay, first button in our registration frame will be created in our first column, and other or cancel button will be declared in our second column. Okay, now I have to decrease this padding. Okay, and then I have to decrease this value for our button frame. So here I am using 20. Here I have to use 10 value. Okay, and now I have to increase padding along with y-axis. Okay, so here I have to give value 380. Okay, now I want to save it, and then I want to execute it to test it once again. Now I will click sign up button, and now you can see this is our OK button, and this is our uh, user password widget or text field, input field for our user password, and this is text field for our confirm password. Okay, and here our cancel button should appear, but what is problem? I will close the program and then terminal. Now I will see what is problem. uh, so this was created in our main frame. We have to create it in our button frame. Okay, so this is the problem. We have to create it in our first row. Okay, so because our this button frame can carry only one row because its height is very small. So here I have to use 0. Okay, because I have to create it in our first row and second column. Okay, now I have to decrease its padding along with x-axis, and also I have to decrease value for y-axis. Okay, now I have to save it, and then I will execute to test it once again, and now I will click this sign up button, and now you can see this is our cancel button, and we have destroyed our this registration frame by clicking cancel button. Now I will close all this, and now I want to decrease width. Okay, so here what is width? Width is 20, so I will give value 10. Okay, now this will work properly, and now I have to define one more function that will be called when our OK button will be clicked. Okay, so here I have to define our function. So here I have to use def keyword, and then I will use name sign, sign up. Okay, sign up function, because they should difference in name. So here I have to use parenthesis and then I will pass self as a parameter. Okay, so this is sign up fun function and this is simply sign up function. Okay, now these are different functions. Now I have to declare a function or define a function that will be called when this OK button inside our registration frame will be clicked. Okay, so when this OK button will be clicked and this sign up function will be called and we have to uh, insert our value in our database. Okay, so next we have to get values from our input fields. Okay, so we have to declare some variables. So here I will declare some variables. So here I have to comment it. So these are variables because I have to declare some variable, one for containing our value for username and other for password and third for confirm password value. So here I have to declare variables by using self because I have to access them inside our functions. That's why I have to use self and then name of variable. You can use any name for variable. I will use you name. Okay, so you name, this is name of variable and now I have to set its type. So it should tk dot string type. Okay, string variable and next I have to declare one more variable self dot u password. Okay, you or user password and then tk dot string variable and next I have to declare one more uh, variable that will contain third or second password. So here I will use self dot confirm. Okay, so it's type should tk dot string variable. Okay, so next is our mainframe. So I want to comment out main frame. Okay, and next I have to get value in our these variables from our input fields. So where is our first input field? Here it is our first input fields. Uh, so we will get user name by using this input field. So here I have to use text variable property and then I have to use self dot u name. Okay, so in this way we are initializing this username variable. Okay, so it will contain username and next I have to define once again this text variable or I have to use this text variable property. So here I have to get value of user password from user and then I have to assign it inside our user password variable. So here I will use again text variable property and here I have to use uh, self. Okay, self dot u code. Okay, or password. So in this way we will get password and then we will save or insert in our user password variable. Okay, so next I have to get password once again to match with our previous password because both passwords should same. Okay, so here I will use again text to variable and then I have to use self dot user or only confirm. Okay, so name of variable was confirmed. So in this way we are getting value in our variables. Okay, so here I have to compare the values of both variables. I mean value in our password and value in our confirmed password input field. So here I have to use if. Okay, so if first value that is self dot user password. Okay, user password, so it should match with, sorry, here I have to use or access get function to get value from this variable. Okay, so next I have to match this value with self dot confirm. Okay, so here I have to use get method get value from these variables get. Okay, so in this way we are trying to match value in our first or second, sorry, in our second entry field or input field, that is user password, and then I have to match it with our value in our third input field, that is confirm password. Okay, if these both values match successfully, then we have to insert values in our database. So first of all, we have to create a database and then a table in our database. Okay, and then columns in our tables. So here I will open our workbench. So this is MySQL workbench. I hope you have installed MySQL database. If you have not installed and you do not know that how to download and install, then I will provide link in description. You can see video and then you will able to download and install MySQL database. So here I have to open this workbench or MySQL workbench. So once it will be opened, then we have to create our database. So it is opened successfully. Now I have to click here local instance MySQL. Okay, so here I have to enter our password. So password is admin, that was inserted when this MySQL database was installing. Okay, when you will install it, then you will insert password. So that password will be inserted here. Okay, so I will click OK, and next I have successfully opened this workbench. Okay, now I have to create a database. Okay, so here I will use create and database. Okay, and you have to set name for database. I will use registration db. Okay, and I will select it and then I will execute this query and database is created successfully. Now I have to connect it. Okay, so I have to connect with database. I will click here database and then connect to database. I will click OK, and here I will enter name of database, that is registration db. Okay, sorry, db, and then I will click OK button, and now I have to enter password once again, that is admin. Okay, now I will click OK again, and now I have to create a table in our database. So here I will use query create table, and table name should registration. You can use any other name. So here I am using reg. Okay, this is in short, and I will read it as registration. So create table registration, and then I have to create columns in our registration table. So first is user, sorry, user underscore name. Okay, and then I have to define its type. I will use varchar. Okay, and then I have to set its size. I will give 15 value. Okay, and next I have to declare or create another column in our table registration table. So I will use user code. Okay, or password, user password, and its type should varchar because it can string, integer, and other. Okay, so I will define its size 15. So both uh, columns are with type varchar and with size 15. Okay, now I will use column, and then I will select this query, and then I will execute it. Now you can see create table. So table is created successfully in our database registration database. Okay, so I have to connect it. So here I will use the con variable. You can declare with different name. So here I have to use here or import here PySQL. So here I have to import PyMySQL to use MySQL in your project. So here Okay, I have to use PySQL, and then I have to connect it. Okay, I have to call or access this connect method, and then I have to use here some variables, properties. First is host. Okay, so host is local host by default. Okay, local host, and then user. So user is root. It is also by default. User is root. Okay, and next is password. So our password was admin. So here I will use password property, and then password is admin. And next I have to define name of database. So here I will use database, and then name of database, that is registration database or regdb. Okay, so now I have to execute the query. So first I have to define cursor. So I will declare a variable with name cur. You can use different name, and here I have to access our cursor. Okay, so here I will use con dot cursor method. Okay, so in this way we are accessing or calling our cursor. Now we have to execute our query by using this cursor. So cur dot execute, and then I have to uh, type or write here a query, that is insert. Okay, into, so we have to insert values into our registration table. Okay, then I have to define values. Okay, because we have to insert values, that's why I am using here values. So we have to insert in both columns. So here I have to use placeholder. So this is placeholder for first column, and this is for second column. So these are the placeholder, and in this way we are sending a message to our database that we have to get or insert values, two values. Okay, so this is first placeholder for first value, and this is second placeholder for second value. Now we have to get values. So here I have to use tuple. So first value is in our user name variable. So here I have to use self dot u name. Okay, so this is our variable that was declared and used to contain value of username. So here I have to use get method to get value. Okay, and next variable is self dot u password. Okay, so u password dot get value. Okay, so in this way we are getting value from these variables, and then we are replacing or inserting in our table, that is registration table. Okay, so in this way this placeholder will be replaced with this value or both values. Okay, now I have to commit it. So here I will use con dot commit. Okay, commit. So in this way we will commit it, and now I have to close the connection. So here I will use con dot close. Okay, so now I should display a message that you have successfully inserted or registered a employee or a user. So I have to show a message by using message box. So if I have to use message box, then I have to import it. So here I will import it from Tkinter import message box. Okay, so I want to copy it, and then I have to use it in our function, and function name is sign up fun. So this is sign up function, and after calling this commit function or method, I will display this message. So here I will use tk dot message box, and then I have to show information because we have types of this message box, and we have to use this type show, sorry, show info. Okay, and then I have to set a title for our this pop-up window. So this is success message. Okay, and then I have to display a value or print a value that is uh, employee or user registered registered successfully. Okay, successfully. So this message will be printed when this commit message will be called if we have successfully inserted our values in our table of database. Okay, so what will happen if we cannot uh, insert successfully or our values of password input field and confirm input fields are not matched. Okay, so here I have to use else. Okay, so this process will be executed if both values, I mean value in our password input field and confirm input fields are same. Okay, then this process will be executed. Otherwise, this else will be executed and we will print a message that is error message. So here I have to use tk dot message box. Now I have to use show error type. Okay, show error. Okay, so I have to give a title for this pop-up window that is error. Okay, and then I have to insert value or print value that both passwords should save. Okay, passwords should save. So this message will be printed. Okay, if values of both input fields are not same. Okay, so this process is completed. Now I will call this function by clicking this OK button. Okay, so here I will use comma and then I will use command property. Sorry, not compound, command. So here I will use command property and then I will call this function and name of function is self dot sign up function. Okay. And now I have to save it. Then I will execute it to test this project. So what is problem here? Problem is in our command property. I have a problem because I am using this command property twice. Okay, so where is our OK button? So I will search it. So I am using this command property twice, and once I am calling sign up function and sign up fun function, and in other command I am using value self dot sign up. So I have to use this property and value in our first button. So I will cut from here, and I have to use it in our this sign up button. Where is our sign up button? I will search. Yes, this is our sign up button. So I have used it. This is self dot sign up. Okay. So when our sign up button will be clicked, then this yes, our sign up button will be clicked. Then this sign up function will be called. And when this OK button in our inside our this registration frame will be clicked, then this sign up fun function will be called. Okay, so I will save it once again and now I will execute it. And now I will click this sign up button and now I have to insert username. I will insert Peter and then password Peter 123 and now I will enter once again Peter 123 and now I will click OK button so you can see user registered successfully. Okay, so I will click this OK button. Now you can see that still we have these values in our input field. So I want to clear them when this OK button will be clicked. Okay, so now this is outside the range. I have to set it also. So I have to create or define a function that will be used to clear all these input fields. So I will click this cancel button and now we have closed that registration window. Now I have to click this close button to close this our main window. Okay, so these are working properly, and now I have to set position of these box buttons. So I have to decrease padding. I will use 20 and also 20 here. Okay, and next I have to increase padding or decrease padding. Okay, so I will give value 15 and also 15 here. Okay, and now I have to define a function that will be used to clear values from input fields. Okay, so here I will define function by using def keyword, and I will use name clear, and then I will use self as a parameter, and then it will be used to set values null. Okay, so we have to set null value in our first input field. So here I will use self dot u name. Okay, and then I have to use set method, and it will set null. Okay, and next is self dot u password variable, and it will be used, or we will set null for this uh, variable or input field. Now we have used once again other, that is confirm. Okay, confirm input field, and here I have to use or call this set function, and we will set null. Okay, and now we have to call it when this button will be clicked. Okay, so where is so I will call it inside our sign up fun function. Okay, so here or here I will call it. Okay, sorry, here I should call it con- sorry self dot, so name of function is clear. Okay, so when our data will be inserted successfully, then this clear function will be called, that will clear or erase values from our input fields, and also I will call it here. Okay, self dot clear. So when our error message will be displayed, then our values from input fields should erased. Okay, so next I have to define another function for sign in. Okay, so here I will use def keyword, sorry, not here, here, def keyword, and I will give name sign in. Okay, and I will pass self as a parameter, and then I will use column. And now I have to define or create a new frame for sign in function that will be called when sign in button will be clicked. Okay, so first frame was for sign up button. When sign up button is clicked, then our this registration frame or this function is called, which contains our registration frame. Now I have to create another frame with input fields, one for one input field for getting username and other for getting user password. Okay, so I have to define two frames, sorry, one frame for getting or displaying some input fields and label. So we have defined or created frame and then labels inside our this frame. So I want to copy all this process. So I will copy this frame, okay, and then this first label with input field, and then other label with second input field. Okay, so I will copy this second label and input field, then first label and input field, then frame. So I will copy it, and then I will paste it inside our sign in function. Okay, so I will paste it here, and now I will remain same or keep same name of our frame. Okay, because this is local in our this sign in function, and this previous frame was local in our sign up function. Okay, so we will not face any problem. So here I have to change name. Okay, I do not need to change name. Okay, so all process will remain same. Only I am not using confirm label and input field to get value to confirm password. Okay, I have only get a username in our this first input field and then password in our second input field. Okay, so all other process will remain same. And next we have to uh, create another frame inside our this registration frame that will contain two buttons like our previous function. Okay, because one will be used for OK and second for close. Okay, so here is our button frame. I will copy it from here with this command, and after it I will paste it next. So here I will paste it on next line. So it is pasted successfully. Now I am calling a function or creating a frame in our this registration frame in our sign in function. Previous process was in our sign up function, and this all process is same, but it is in our sign in function. Okay, only we are skipping our confirm label and input field. So next all process will remain same. Only we have to define a sign in function that will change code from previous code. Okay. So here I will use def keyword and then sign, sign in underscore function. Okay, and then I will use self. Okay, now I have to get value from variables, and then we will get value from our database, and then we will match them. If they match successfully, then we will open a new frame that will print welcome message. Okay, otherwise we will print error message by using message box. Okay, so here we have to get value from our database. So here I will use or declare a variable with name connection. You can use a different name for a variable. And next I have to create function by using py dot connect. Okay, and then I have to pass host, and then I will give value local host. I have told you before. And next I have to use user, and user is root. Okay, and next I have to use password property, and then I will give value admin because I have password admin, and then I have to use database name. So here I will use database property, and database name is registration DB. Okay, so in this way our connection will be established, and then we have to access our cursor, and then I will use con dot cursor. Okay, and then I have to call or access execute function by using cur dot execute. Now I have to execute a query that will return us value of password. Okay, or value saved in our user password column. So here I will use select. Okay, so it will select our column that contains password. Select what is name of column, that is user password. Okay, so it will select password column. Okay, from registration database where name, username. Now we have to get name from user. So here I have to use placeholder because we have to get a value from input field by using user name variable. So here I will use self dot uname. Okay, dot get. So if user enters Peter, so we will read this query as select user password from registration table where username is Peter. Okay, because this placeholder will be replaced with actual value. Okay, so now we have get rows in our variable. So here I will declare a variable with name data. Okay. Now I have to fetch this specific row from our database. So here I will use cursor dot fetch one. Okay. This is fetch one, and this method will fetch a specific line that is comparing or matching with name of user. Okay, and it will be assigned to our data variable. Now we have to set condition that if data, it means that if data exists, then we have to set an other condition by using if condition. If now we have to get value from a variable that contains password of user and other variable or other value that is gotten from database. They should match with each other. So here I have to use if self dot u password. Okay, because this variable contains password gotten from input fields. So here I have to use get function, and then it should match with our value gotten from database. So it is in data and first index of data. Okay, and next I will use column. Then we will create a new frame that will display a message welcome. Okay, now we have to create a new frame. So I will copy this existing frame. So I will copy it and then I will paste it here. Okay, so I will paste it here and I will give some space. Okay, now it is correct. Now this frame will be appeared when it will match successfully. So we have to print a message by using label. So here I will use welcome for our variable name, and then I have to use tk dot label. Okay, so this is label, and now I have to create this label in our registration frame in our sign in fun function. So here it will be created inside our registration frame. Okay, so next I have to set its background color. So I will use bg. So bg will remain same. I mean light green. And next I have to set a border bd property. So I will set border with value 2, and then I will give style to our border by using relief property, and then I will use this raised. Okay. Now I have to set font style. So here I will use font, and next I will give value, or I have to use tuple, and then I will give style Arial, Arial, and next I will give size 60. Okay, and then I will set it bold. Okay, and next I have to set its layout. So here, so here I will use welcome dot grid because I have to use grid layout, and I have to create it in our first row and first column, and then I will give some padding along with x-axis pad x, and then I will give value 50, and then I will give value for padding y. So here I will give value 200. Okay, and okay, it is enough. Now I have to create another frame, and then I will create two buttons or only one button in our frame. So I have created this frame. Okay, so I will copy it, that is button frame with two buttons, and then I will paste it here. Okay, now I have to keep only one button. Okay, so I will remove this first button. Okay, and then I will use only second button, and here I will use uh, value, text value, close. Okay, so here I will replace it with close. Okay, and this function will be called, that is close registration. Okay, now I have to change its padding along with uh, x-axis. So here I will use 80. Okay, 80, only 80, not 800. So it will be created in our uh, frame. Okay, that is button frame, and this button frame is inside our this sign in fun function. Okay, that will be called when okay button in our this sign in button will be applied. Okay, I will save it and I will execute it. Now I will, sorry, I have to call it by using command property in our sign in function. So where is our sign in button? So this is sign in button. So here I will use command property. Yes, here I will use command. Okay, and then I have to call self, sorry, self dot name of function was log in. Sorry, yes, sign in, sorry, not login, sign in. Okay, so this function will be called when sign in button will be clicked. Okay, now on ok button in our sign in function, where is our sign in function? Okay, when this ok button will be clicked, then we have to call sign in fun function. Okay, so here I will change name of function sign in fun. Okay, so when this OK button will be clicked, then our sign in function will be called. Okay, and when this button, what is name of button, sign in button will be clicked, then this function, that is sign in function, will be called. Okay, now only I have to make some addition, like I have to show error message when name does not match, or this password does not match. So if data does not exist, then I have to show an error message here. Okay, so I will give a gap between this code and here in this column where I am defining this first or outer if condition. Here I have to use else. Okay, so if else, now I have to display error message. So I will copy this existing error message. Okay, so I will copy it from here, Control plus C, and then I will paste it here inside our else body. And now I will change this message that username is incorrect. Okay, or invalid username, invalid user name. Okay, so if data does not exist. Okay, so here we are setting condition that if data, it means that if data exists, that was searched on the basis of name. Okay, so what will happen if this name does not match, or we cannot able to find any value for this name, then we have to display this error message box message that invalid username, but user name is correct and passwords are incorrect, then we have to use here else. Okay, so this else is nested else in our outer if condition. So here I will use else, and now I will paste this error message again. Now I have to show message that invalid password. Okay, invalid password. Okay, so if password is incorrect, then this message will be printed. Okay, that password is invalid. If any value does not match our inserted username, then this message will be displayed or printed that username is invalid. Okay, so I have to save it and then I have to test it after executing the program. Now I will click here and sign in button. So I have to set uh, this value or position of this button. So I will close it and now I have to set position of this button. What is name of cancel button? So here I have to decrease the value. So here I will use 20. Okay, so 20 is enough for cancel button, and here I have to decrease value. Yes, this is enough. Now I will save it, and here I have one more uh, this button, so its value is perfect. Okay, so what was problem is in our frame. So where is frame? Yes, this is frame. And where is label? We should use label. Yes, this is label. Okay, now I have to save it and then I will execute the program, and now I will click on this button. Now I will insert value that username. So username is Peter, because we have only single user, and then password Peter123. Now I will click OK button, and here I have no text value, so I should set text value. So where is our label? Where is our label? Yes, here is label, and now I have to use text property. Okay, and I have to give value, so I will give value welcome. Okay, and next I will save it, and then I will increase padding, so I will give value 100. Okay, so I have to decrease padding of this cancel button, uh, but I have to create only single button, so this is enough. Okay, I think this is enough. I have to decrease padding for this button in our previous frame, so here I have to use 10. Okay, and I have to set its size, so its width is enough. So it is enough. I will save it and then I will execute the program. And now I have to uh, click here in sign up button, and here I have to give value for username. So here I will give name David. Okay, so this is our second user, and password for our David is 123. Now I will give incorrect password in our confirm password entry field. So here I will give David 12. Okay, now I will click OK button. Now both passwords should same. Now our passwords are not same. You can see this is David 123 and other is David 12 only. Okay, now I will click OK button. Now values from my input fields are erased. Now I will insert once again David, David. Okay, David 123, 123, and here I will insert correct password David 123, and then I will click OK button. Now user registered successfully. Okay, now I will click OK button. Now I will close this window. Okay, so I have to sign in. So here I will give one of the both values. So here I will enter Peter. Okay, and then Peter Peter 1. Okay, now I am inserting incorrect password. What will happen when I will click OK button? So this is invalid password. Okay, now I will enter correct password 123, but I will insert incorrect name. So now I will click OK button. Now you can see invalid username. Okay, so this is working properly. Now I will insert correct name and correct password, and then I will click OK button. Okay, now you can see this welcome message is appeared. So I have to set position of this welcome message and position of this close button. Okay, I will close here, close it, and then I will close this terminal. Now I have to decrease padding for this label. So here I will set 60. Okay, and then I have to increase padding for close button. So here I will set 60 or 50. Okay, and next I have to uh, change size of button, like our previous buttons. Where are our previous buttons? So here I will give value 15. Okay, so here I will use 15, and also here I will use 15, and with 8 instead of 10. Okay, so here I will use 8. Okay, and next I have to change value for these previous buttons. Where are our previous buttons? So these are our previous button. Now I will change font size from here, and width I will set with 8. Okay, and also here I will change font size for button, and then I will set with 8. Okay, sorry, 8. I hope now position of these buttons will be proper. If it is not proper, then you can set it according to your requires. So I will save it, and then I will execute my program once again. Now I have to sign in. So I will click sign in button. Now you can see that the positions of buttons are not proper or not perfect. So you can set them in proper padding along with x-axis and along with y-axis. So I will set value. So username is David, okay, and password is David 123, and then I will press OK button, and now you can see this is welcome message. But we are not able to setting a correct or perfect position for these buttons and this label. Okay, so I should set its position properly. Now I have changed uh, padding for all buttons. Okay, so padding for our cancel button or OK button is 30. Okay, for x-axis and 20 for y-axis. Okay, and then font size is 20 for all buttons, and width is 8 for all buttons. Okay, except the close button in our last frame for welcome. Okay, so this is padding for x-axis 100 for our last button in our welcome frame, and padding along with y-axis is 20, and size of or width of button is 10. Okay, and then we have set label that contains value welcome. So we have set padding for x-axis 40 and padding for y-axis 200. Okay, and now I have to call this clear function uh, everywhere in our uh, functions. So here I have to call self dot clear function. Okay, it is called here, and now I have to call it here after this error message for invalid password. So here I will use self dot clear. Okay, and now if this process is successful, then I have to call it once again. Okay, so here I will call it. Okay, so here I will call self dot close. Sorry, clear. And next I have to call it, sorry, I have to close the connection. So here I have to use con dot close. Okay, so in this way, I am closing the connection because as a programmer, it is my responsibility to close the connection if I have connected it with database. Okay, so all process is completed. Now I will save it and now I have to test it completely. Okay, now I will execute it. Now this is our user interface for registration and login management system, and we have a frame. This is our main frame that contains three buttons. One is sign up button, second is sign in button, and last is close button. When we click this sign in button, now you can see these both buttons are set or appeared properly. Okay. Now here I have to enter name. Here I will use enter name John, and here I have to insert John. Okay, John 123, and here I will enter incorrect password. John, sorry, John 12. Okay, now this is incorrect password in our confirm password input field. So I will click OK. Now you can see both passwords should same. Now I will click OK. Now all values in our input fields are erased because of calling clear function. Now I have to insert name once again. Now I will insert correct passwords. Okay, so here I will insert John 123, and also here I will insert John 123. Now I will click this OK button, and now user registered successfully. Now I will click OK. Now I have to close this registration frame. Okay, that is created to insert or register our user. Now I have to close this frame because I do not want to register any more user. So I will click here cancel button, and now I have to click here sign button to sign in. So I have to insert incorrect username. So I will enter incorrect name. So we have not Rocky name. Okay, Rocky, and now I will insert a valid password. So here I will insert David. Okay, 123. So this is correct password, but username is incorrect. Now I will click this OK button. Now this error message box is appeared with a value that is invalid username. Okay, now I will click OK button. Now I will insert correct name, that is David, but I will insert incorrect name David 12, sorry, 12. Okay, now I will click OK button. Now invalid password. Now username is correct, but password is incorrect or invalid. Now I will insert valid name and valid password. David 123, and then I will click OK button. Now this is welcome message because we have entered correct or valid name and password. Okay, so this is close button. When this close button will be clicked, then this welcome frame window will be closed. Okay, so this is closed. Now I have to close this also. I will click here, but it is not functional. So what is the reason I want to see it once again? So I think all functions are working properly. Now I will save it once again, and then I will execute it once again, and now I will sign in. Okay. So now what will happen if I click this cancel button? Okay, now this button is working properly. Okay, now I have to close the whole or this root window. So I will click this close button. So this was all about that how to create registration and login management system by using uh, Python Tkinter with MySQL. I hope this video will be very helpful and easy to understand for you. If you like this video, please share with your friends and class fellows. And if you did not subscribe our YouTube channel, so please subscribe our YouTube channel right now. Thank you.